Thank you, Bliss, for coming on today. I'm excited to talk about your journey building your LinkedIn audience, what you're doing now with the career multiverse, and then what you hope to bring to people in the future and what you're hoping to continue to build over the next several decades. So, thank you for being here.
It's an honor. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So take us back to the beginning. What specific problem did you want to solve, and what specific problem inspired you to grow your business? I know you've had a business since you were 12 years old. So take us back to being 12 and walking through that journey, and then all the way up till now, growing an audience of 20,000 nearly LinkedIn followers.
Okay, so thank you so much, Gabriela. Okay, so going back to when I was 12, let's just say that I started my first business based off from survival. I just wanted to survive.
Mm,
I needed money had to a little bit of things at home. So yeah, I would sell hand bracelets, I would sell beads, I'd sell popcorn, biscuits, those type of things. Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, it started with survival, and I kept moving and moving. My mom had a store, so I would literally just take things from the store, go to sell, and then I'll learn how to make other craft stuff and
Mm,
sell to my classmates. So I've always been the business mind kind of person, right?
mm,
Even though it was based off from survivor. But as I grew and grew, when it was 2020, COVID, I started learning how to do graphic design myself. And I also picked up a fashion designing skill. So yeah, I'm a fashion designer. I made my clothes. I make my own clothes. Yeah.
wow.
So I learned fashion designing after COVID, yes. And during COVID, I was always designing on my phone, learning how to navigate Canva. So now if you see my designs, you'll be like, you are wondering where the skills came from. It's more like I've been practicing for 6 years now. So
Mm,
yes. So yeah, I took fashion designing and my passion for business just grew from survival to wanting to help people. So generally, I
mm,
like to help people. I generally do not like people being in the state where I have been before. So
mm.
it hurts me when I just see a child, a young person struggling to find money when they're supposed to probably focus on other aspects of their life. So it grew from survival to just generally wanting to help people in any capacity that I am. So that's why it looks like, oh, I am multifaceted, I'm a multi-potentialite. So
Mm,
I try as much as possible to help everybody in any area that they do need help. So
mm.
that has also made me to try to gain other skills in other aspects so that at least if you come to me, I can offer the basic help that I can.
That's real. That's really real. I feel like that's a journey for a lot of entrepreneurs too. It's like where you kind of start and you're like, I just want to make money. I just want to buy my freedom. I just kind of want to get out of the bad situation I'm in. But then you're like, wait a minute. I have these like really cool skills and I can actually help someone else and I can actually make that dream come true for other people who were in my position, you know? And it's kind of this like beautiful trickle down effect of like, yeah, maybe the people you're helping, they have the motivation of like, I just want to get out, you know, but ultimately, you know that they could like land where you are in a like place where you can help people, like you can support them. That's really awesome. Tell me
Mm.
a little bit about when you started growing your LinkedIn audience. So you said you were doing graphic design and learning design that way, but when did you decide to really go all in on LinkedIn and then start helping other businesses?
Okay, so my LinkedIn story is a very funny one,
Mm,
which I haven't exactly told people yet. But okay, I think you're going to be hearing it first. Okay, so I started LinkedIn with a friend, and he was the one who prompted me to open a LinkedIn account, right? So it
mm,
started off with one of my pastors in church actually hosting a LinkedIn class, and I was just a student. There was a fashion designer. That was 2023. So I was trying to like do fashion designing. I was a student. I actually studied chemistry, so it was hectic.
oh, wow.
So trying to do other menial jobs to get money. So my pastor held the class and we're just like LinkedIn, what is it? I don't know. I'm a fashion designer. What am I looking for there? So a friend who was more than a friend, actually, was more than a friend. I don't know if
Mm.
you get what I'm trying to say.
Uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
But yeah, he opened my account, he was my accountability partner. I was always telling him, oh, I connected with so number of people today. So the account was just there. I didn't post anything. I didn't make my first post until June 2024, which was my birthday.
Wow.
So I didn't know what was going on. I just opened the account. It was just motivating me to, just connect with people. So I had the connections. We didn't exactly know what to do. But I think where the turning point was for me was when we had a breakout in 2024. That was the end of 2024. The beginning of 2025, I was shattered. Like, I was like, God, where am I supposed to start from? But I've always been the strong person. I've
Mm.
always been the girl that had to just figure it out herself. I said, you know what? I sat with it and I'm like, I'm gonna get this thing done.
Mm.
And yeah, I kept doing it myself. So my little commitment was every morning when I wake up, I make sure that I connect or I exhaust my LinkedIn connections before going to school. So I had
Wow.
classes Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as I'm like, you will literally see me on my phone while I'm dressing, just connecting with random people. And
Oh my
then I
gosh.
didn't know, but I made sure that I connected with 100 people every week. I did not miss 1 week.
Wow.
That was until I got to 6,000 followers. So I started getting the confidence to actually post. And I didn't even connect with the LinkedIn strategists people. So
Mm.
I didn't know what was going on their own side of
Hmm.
LinkedIn. So I was just doing, right? And it just felt like everything was just coming into place for me. And all of a sudden, people started following me, people started accepting my connections. It was beginning to make sense. And you know what? I was posting my journey on my WhatsApp status. I didn't even know what I was doing. I've just been the accountability girly. Like,
Mm.
you know what? I just want people to see this thing that I'm doing. And I believe that if I can do this thing, anybody else can. I just
Yeah.
believe that
Yeah.
regardless of the situation around me, I can always motivate people to actually do this thing that I'm doing. So I saw that I was getting close to 8,000 followers. I was
Mm.
getting close to 9,000 followers. And then people started asking questions. Okay, so Bliss, how do you do it? So Bliss, what
Mm.
did you do? And then I'm like, oh, it looks like there is something about this thing
Yeah.
that I can actually make work. Okay. So let's just say that it was very close to my birthday. My birthday was June. My birthday is actually June 12th. So
Oh
my birthday
wow.
was coming. Yeah, my birthday was coming, and I decided I was going to host a free LinkedIn beginner class. So
Mm.
that was where it all started from. And then I posted, and I had tons of people register for the class. And even on the day of the class, I was panicking.
Mm.
Like, God, I've never done this before. Like, I have always had like professional skills, computer skills.
Mm.
My dad is a system analyst, so I've been introduced to computer before I was 10, like
Wow.
8, 9.
Mm.
So I'm very good. Professional skills, Microsoft Word, all of those things, I am very good. So, but I just put them by the side. I didn't really use them. So
Mm.
I'm like, okay, please, maybe we can tap into these professional skills, right? So
Yeah.
I had my first class. I said, you know what? I'm going to do a paid class. And yes, I had my first viral post on LinkedIn that same June, like 2 days
Wow.
before my birthday.
Oh
The
my
birthday was supposed
gosh.
to be on Thursday, and it was on Tuesday. It wasn't planned, so I didn't know there was anything like content system. It just happened. I made a post, I made a post like 3:30 a.m. and I just saw that people started following me. Like my account was blowing up. Like what? Like what I posted was really
What was the
so
post? What was the post?
so about, oh, you should not actually kill yourself about LinkedIn is actually on my featured section.
Okay.
So I had almost 3,000 likes. I can't remember the number of comments, but I had over 70,000 impressions. I
Wow.
had people from all spanning into my account. And I didn't know what to do with the virality or with the public. I was just a girl. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I also got LinkedIn then that actually took my time. So I didn't know what to do with all the publicity. So
Mm.
if I was to go back in time, right, I would have known what to do. I would have grown better. I just let it all slide. And it was just a signal that I never really cared about the public anyway. It was just my own thing. Like I'm just at the core of myself. And
Yeah.
if I'm fine, the public will wait. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just it. So let's just say that's how my whole journey has been. And at some point I was burnt out. I would come back, I would come back, I would go. Sometimes we're supposed to do well. Then I started making intentional research. So I
Mm.
started making intentional research. Okay, so I think seems like I want to do this thing as a real thing. I
Mm.
hosted a paid class, some people turned up, and then I started learning about how to actually build a personal brand.
Yeah.
And I realized that I've been doing that all along. I just didn't put a name to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was where strategies, everything started coming up. And yeah, because people were reaching out to me for jobs or LinkedIn, I'm like, oh wow, so this is how you guys do this. And yeah, so far, I can say that it has been beautiful. I had this where I had to cry, break down, lose hope, get hope, and I've just accepted my fate that okay, I'm just going to do this thing and lock in. Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing. That is a great story. Thanks for telling me. What do you feel like when people come to you and they ask you like, how do I grow on LinkedIn? What do I do? What's the first step? What is like the number one thing you tell them about growing on LinkedIn that is kind of unexpected?
Hmm. Okay, so I like to tell people that growing on LinkedIn is not as difficult as you seem or as you see it or as how people project it. You just need to be yourself the same way you are yourself because the post I made, right? My hook was literally some of you, I think I said some of you just want to kill yourself because of LinkedIn. It was very literal, like I
Yeah.
didn't think of it too. So you don't have to take out yourself to actually build on LinkedIn. So it has evolved beyond, oh, I just want to get a job, recruiters, CEOs, and all of those things. We now have people that are looking for real people.
Mm.
So you can be real and also build your professional visibility or whatsoever it is, as long as you know where to put the boundaries. So you don't have to kill yourself, you don't have to overcomplicate the English, you don't have to just be yourself. Really, that's just it. Just it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's the thing that like is so hard to remember in the beginning because you're looking at so many other people who've been in the space forever and they have this professional persona and this professional voice and like a very clean system that you can kind of perceive. Even you like have amazing posts and they're so consistent and it's just like, wow, you know this girl has been doing this for a while. But yeah, like I like that. Just be yourself. Like it always comes down to that. Okay, tell me a little
Okay,
bit. Yeah, go ahead.
okay. So I would like to actually add something because I'm
Yeah.
currently taking a LinkedIn bootcamp class, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
LinkedIn. So there was something that one of the speakers said that stood out to me, and I think everybody should know that the people that have 150,000 posts also once had zero posts. They also had zero connections. They also had zero followers. So just start where you are. Honestly, if you do not start, you will not get to 150,000 followers.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah, it's starting. It's starting and continuing, you know? To that point, what do you feel like is the most important part of your personality that let you keep going?
Okay. So if I get can you please recap the
Sure,
question so
sure.
that I can?
What part of your personality made it so that you didn't quit? Like what part of you like how come you haven't quit? Because so many people do, you know, people start they're a month in, 2 months in, they're like, this isn't working. But you sent 100 connections is it week? Every week before like
Yeah.
that's insane. Like how did you keep going?
Okay. So I'll start with the fact that temperamentally, I am a choleric. So
You said
I
you're a
am
what?
work for choleric by
Mm,
temperament.
yeah.
So I work focused. If I say I want to get this thing done, I am going to get it done.
Mm.
And there are also additional factors. So that's one. Then two, I was born and raised in a Nigerian home as a first child. I just can't. And I know that in my heart, nobody's coming to save me. if at all I'm doing something and I really want to do it, I just have to put in my best. And I would say lastly that I was hot. I was really hot by this person. And I'm like, yo, I can exist without you. So really, I'm just gonna do it and show you that I'm gonna do it. But regardless, I didn't make that my primary focus. It was just the fact that I had seen it. So I already built an habit out of it. So it wasn't that difficult. Let's say the first few weeks it was difficult, but because it became a habit, trust me, once I wake up, I pray the next thing I'm opening is LinkedIn before WhatsApp.
Mm,
That's like the next thing. Even till now, like you will see me waking up from sleep, my eyes are shaky. I don't open Instagram. LinkedIn is my go-to place. Because I want to see if I've accepted my connections. I want to see how my post is doing. That's where my stuff is. Yeah.
man, I love that. Yeah. That's currently the journey I'm on. It's like I never thought LinkedIn would be my social platform, but hey, here we are.
I'm happy for
Awesome.
you anyway.
Thank you. Thank you. Tell me a little bit about the career multiverse, what you're hoping to build, what you just launched. I've seen a little bit of the post on Instagram and the founding members. What is it? And yeah, what are you hoping to do with it?
Okay, so I like to say that the career multiverse was built from a place of pain,
Mm,
of having to figure out things myself as a student,
mm,
especially as a student. It's not just a community for young students, or just not for students, but for young people in general. So I did not start my I am an SDG advocate, but I know that I also need money to flesh out some vision. So that is why it looks like, oh, I didn't start exactly from having an NGO and all those things, because I know that I need money myself before I can say I want to help others. So that's why it looks like, oh, I have a business side of it and a way I give back to people. So the career multiverse is literally the way I am giving back to the community.
mm,
So basically, it's for young people that are ambitious, but they can't find a structure, they can't find jobs, they don't know the skills they're even supposed to have. I have conversations with people and they're telling me they don't know how to write CVs. And I'm like,
mm,
you just graduated. You don't know how to write CV. You don't know how to have you don't just know how to have your own thoughts. You don't know how to build skills. You don't know, for example, the topic I'm going to be taking them is the heart of self-leadership. You don't know how to lead yourself. So
mm,
it is impossible for you to lead other people. So basically, that is just what I intend to achieve. To have a community of young persons that are ambitious and still can get the work done. They can find a balance between their life, social media, building on social media, and then still thrive in their careers. They know the basic stuff. They know, at least they know the basic stuff before move to the big stuff. So it's more
yeah.
like all the experiences I've had, all the things I've had to figure out by myself, maybe the sites I had to figure out, the books I had to figure out. I just want to hold them by the hand. And you know what? All those resources that I have, I'm just going to give it to you for free. Just take it and make the best out of it. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's full circle, right? It's full circle. It's like, let me give this to someone else because this is the most value I can give them. What has been the most difficult part about building this right now?
Sorry,
The most difficult
I didn't
part?
get you.
The most difficult part about building it?
Oh, well, I'll start from the fact that getting the right people, because everybody
Mm,
says they're ambitious, they want to get so things out of their lives. But trust me, everybody can say it by mouth, but in their heart, they are not actually putting the work. I'm telling you that we had quite a number of applications. We're
mm.
able to pick out 30 people, and out of those 30 people, we've removed or we've evicted 2 people already because I'm that
Really?
strict.
Woo!
Yes. I know what it took me. Like, I'm talking about the years of sweat, discovery, and tears. It actually took a lot for me to accept that I was going to start this community.
Mm,
I cried, I prayed, I had to suffer personally. There were some things about me making money that I had to put by the side because I wanted to build this community. I make all the designs myself.
that's
So
awesome.
having to make design I having to make the designs and then having to make designs for my own personal brand. Though I have a team that works for me, but also the another difficult part is having to delegate responsibilities to people because I am used to. doing everything by myself, but I know
Mm.
that I'm going to burn out. For example, I found out yesterday that I had another meeting clashing with today's podcast recording,
Oh.
but I just had to be here. I had to inform the other lady that, okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to make it. Yeah, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I have a lot going on in my life. I have family, I have siblings, there's my dad. So I have so much to figure out, and logically, it is very unreasonable for me to want to bring in a lot of things. But again, like my friends say, I usually say I don't know where my strength comes from, but that's a lie because I literally know that my strength comes from God. So every single part of building this community has been difficult for me from structure. Trust me, I am an operations management person, but when it came to this community and things were not panning out the way I wanted it to pan out, my head went south. Like, goodness, what have I been doing? And like there was a day I literally said, goodness, like I thought I already came up with a community calendar only for me to see that I have not started. And then when people came into the community, things were not going out the way we wanted it to. So I had to keep restructuring and restructuring. So let's just say every single part has been difficult. I've been open to like new things that I didn't know were going to come my way. But I'm definitely going to work with it all. Yeah.
Yeah. On the flip side, what has been the most like exciting part and the most rewarding?
I think the most exciting part is to see that people actually trust me and trust my judgment. So there was a post I made on my WhatsApp status like a few weeks ago that I don't know what I do that make you people trust me, but I pray that I do not fail you guys. So I think the most exciting part is the fact that I know, though somehow it feels like a responsibility, but I find it exciting that I'm just a girl with our own background, with our own beliefs, and there are some people somewhere trusting my decisions and trusting my judgment. I find it amusing, like, oh wow, that's amazing. Like that's really interesting. Really, the funny part of it is that some of these people, right? We are literally age mates. Some of these people are older than me. I just look at it, I'm like, I am really favored by God because I count it a great privilege that God can look at me and put the lives of people in my
Mm.
hand.
Yeah.
That's one of the most exciting part for me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. Yeah. Like getting the chance to steward others and other people's journeys. I love that. Yeah. I agree. I agree. It's an honor. I used to be a fifth grade math teacher, and that's what it felt like. It's
Oh,
like the opportunity to help grow another human, and it's a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility. You don't want to mess it up. You don't want them to go through the challenges that you went through, and you're just like, it's like trying to navigate it all over again for someone else. So that's beautiful. Okay, when can we like check back in? Like when is like what are you forecasting in the next year, in the next 2 years? Where do you hope to be then?
okay. So because my life has different parts of it, but I'm going to look at the impact part of it. So I'm going to talk about the impact part of it. So I would say that in the next 5 years, I do not have a specific number yet, right, of the number of people, even though like I had a number, but I'm trying to be realistic, okay?
Yeah.
And because I tend to spread my wings into different categories because there's youth, there's children.
Mm,
I also want to create jobs for people. So there's the part of that. Okay.
mm,
So I am just really praying for the strength to have helped as many people that I can. That is children, youth. But let's say by next year, by this time next year,
yeah.
I should have been able to do over 500 people.
Wow.
That is like when the thing
Yeah.
is sitting at the right, like at the middle of my heart. And I know that okay, as much as I want this, I'm very realistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
The people that I also want to be that I also want to mentor have to like open their arms. You get this kind of thing. So far, I think I've mentored over 200 persons
Wow.
from leadership positions, classes. So yeah, the
Yeah.
number. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes.
That is totally doable. I feel like you're gonna reach 1,000, like
Yeah.
at the very least in a year. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's awesome. Okay,
Thank
is
you.
there anything else you want to leave with our listeners before we close?
Okay. Or I don't, okay, I would assume that the people listening are probably in their 20s, in their
30s,
30s.
entrepreneurs, builders, people who are also making things.
Okay, so I'm just going to say a few things. I'm a yapper, so just say a few things. First of all, I would like to say that whatever you want to do, just start. Really, there's no best time to start than yesterday. Right? Just start whatever you want to do. Put your mind to it. Trust me, you are going to cry. It will look like you're losing it. Look like you're losing your mind. But I always say that if I can get things done, you can. And I'm going to give a little backstory to that. I currently do not have the best phone in the world. I use an itel. I don't know if people listening to this would know what an itel phone is, but I don't use an iPhone. Yet I still create content. I still push out so many things at the same time. Sometimes I'm posting and my phone is literally hot in my hand. My battery is currently swollen. So I have a lot of circumstances around me that just tells me, you know what, Bliss, just quit. Like you can't get anything out of this. But inside my heart, there is hope somewhere. And I know that all of my hard work is not going to go to waste. So I'm just going to tell you that whatsoever it is that you want to do, just start. And if you are in your 20s, I'm also in my 20s, but let's just say that I started experiencing life a little bit early. Trust me, everything is going to be fine. To look like your world is crumbling, but trust me, it is very normal. If I was told that my 20s were going to pan out the way it did, I would say it's a lie. I'll have maybe slapped the person and said, that's a lie, it's not going to happen. For someone that looked like I had my life like all put together, but in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the chaos, just keep going. Don't give, let me just say, don't give the world, don't give the devil a chance to just laugh at you and tell you that, oh, you had all this energy, and then now you are just sitting, doing nothing. Trust me, you cry, stand up, and move on.
Mm.
Thank
Mm. Thank you. Thank you. That's
you.
awesome.